Hello everyone, thank you all for joining me. Today I'm going to teach you how to use the online CSS editor. CSS meaning cascading style sheets. So that's changing the color of the HTML properties, changing the size, changing the position of the HTML properties. So I'm going to show you an online tool that is very useful, very useful. It's just the best tool that you can ever use for editing CSS live, on the fly, right now. No time wasted. So you need, I will tell you that you do need to download Chrome, Google Chrome. Once you've downloaded the Google Chrome browser, you will have the CSS editor comes with the download, so you don't have to do anything else other than download the Chrome browser, Google Chrome. So all you have to do is go to google.com, and type in the browser, type in the search bar, download Chrome, Google Chrome browser, and go ahead and download it. After you've done that, pull it up, and I will show you how it's done. Okay, so this is how it is done. All you have to do is hover over a property. If you haven't already learned HTML and CSS, go to Google, learn, and put in Learn HTML. That is the property, and the HTML property, and CSS is the elements of the property, the elements, things that changes the color, size, position, and all that good stuff. Okay, so how do you do it? How do you pull up the CSS editor in Chrome? All you must do is right click your mouse, go down to inspect, and boom, it pulls up right here, and it shows you live presentation. It shows you live when you hover over a property, an HTML property, it highlights. So like, for instance, I'm gonna hover over div style, and as you see on your left right there, it's highlighted. It is highlighted, and it gives you the position of where this code is. Where it tells you the position of each piece of code that you hover over, as you can see. Now, how do you change it? Easy. So, for instance, I'm hovering over div style right here. It is right here. Let me scroll down. See, if I wanted to change the HTML properties, the elements of this HTML property. So all I have to do is press the down key right here. Okay, and it's going to go further down. It's going to go further into this particular tag. So the div tag stops right here. Let me see, right here. So where you see the /div, that is where it's cut it at. It's cut it right here. So this is the entire piece right here. So it starts from here. Between here and here is the code that you can of the selectors of you can change between this code. This is the property, and these are the selectors you can change. For instance, this right here. Let me see. Let me see what I want to change. Say, for instance, I want to change the background color. This color right here, the background color of this div, I call it a container as well. So after you click on here, it will reveal the CSS that you can change. So after you clicked on the property, the elements will show at the bottom right here. You can change these. So say, for instance, the background color is right here. I can click it, and it will disappear. Now, it haven't changed because I haven't taken the code and placed it in the in my additional CSS feature on my WordPress website. All I'm doing right now is just changing things around. Let me see if I want to change this color. Let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and click it back on, change this color, and here is the color name, the color codes right here, the color codes. So if I'm gonna do red, or I could change the color. Okay. If I wanted to change the border measurements, I can say instead of 1, and you see as that disappeared, I can say 10. And just to let you know, once again, it's not actually changing this right now until I copy this code from starting from here on down. Only if I copy this code and place it in my additional CSS, and it overrides the current CSS. Okay, so let's see if I wanted to look at the radius. I could change the radius and see how it looks. I could say maybe I wanted 2. You see how it changes the edges, the rounded edges. I want to say if I wanted to say 12. You see how it increases the border round edges, rounded edges. 19. Okay. Now let's say I can do many other things. I can just go over. Let me go to my properties on top right here and change more things. Let me see here. Okay. This is my header. This is the inside right here. So I'm going to change this what's highlighted as you see on the left. Let's change that a little bit. Now this stuff can be really fun. Just make it fun. If you kind of get discouraged from seeing this and saying, well, I don't know how to do this. Just like I said, study HTML and study CSS and you will get the hang of it. Let me see. I want to change the size, the font size. You see how small it is right here? I could change it to 3 pixels, 32 pixels. Let me see. I'm trying 10 pixels. You see how small it is? And whatever pixels I want. Let me see. 50. Say 50. Look how big it goes. See? Say 25. It's like a medium, decent look. So that is how you use the CSS editor. The CSS editor gives you a live look without it actually changing, without it actually the CSS taking effect until you copy this. Like I said, copy this code, the code that you change, copy it, and you paste it here. Let me see. And you went to customize. Let me X the CSS editor. And you paste it in the additional code. the additional code area. Now this overrides the main CSS code, the main area of the CSS code. So the header from the pages, everything can be edited from using the CSS editor. Okay, so that is how you pretty much pull up the CSS editor. Simply hover over a property, an HTML property, right click, press inspect. Okay, and you can, instead of going searching for a property, you can actually, just like I told you, hover over the property, press the right key, and press inspect, and it will go straight to that property. It'll locate that property and the elements of that property, the color and everything else. Okay, so thank you all for joining me. That is how you how to use the CSS editor, online editor, for re-editing your WordPress website. Thank you all for joining me. My name is Jermaine of webhostingthrone.com. You can also Google me at webhostingthrone. Thank you all for joining me, and I will see you in the next tutorial.